So yeah, this has been, I'll be honest, a rough start to the year for me. Definitely a lot of old habits are kind of creeping back in because this reset was not as thorough as it could have been. Well, maybe it was as thorough as it could have been because life is inherently kind of messy and chaotic, and so it's like I didn't get rid of my phone and my computer, and like I still have to go to my job, and how do I word this? I've fallen out of all of the daily routines that I've been trying to build for myself, and I have been falling back into old habits of just wasting time on YouTube or just generally kind of passively existing rather than actually doing anything that I actually want to do. This is like a little cop-out video just to keep up with my daily upload schedule, and I'm going to go to bed early tonight and get up early tomorrow and just try again. Every day is a new day. Every day is a good fresh start, and I'll just like throw in the towel for today and not try to make a great video and just make a good enough video, because that's a part of life. This entire channel basically is kind of an experiment in excessive brutal honesty, being completely open, completely honest about everything. Sometimes I'm not able to make the video I want to make, but I'm still going to make this. I'm still going to upload this because I'd rather make something than nothing, because I spent my entire life not making videos when I wanted to. But I've already talked about that in other videos, and I don't want to sound like a broken record. But the point of this video is just to be like, yeah, life is difficult sometimes, many times. If something doesn't go the way you want, that's okay too. That is a part of life, and so it is a part of this channel. I'm just tired. I'm so beyond proud of myself that this is the first time in my entire life that I've actually been able to commit or keep up with a daily upload schedule, because I've committed to it. And just scrolling back, looking at what I've done so far, some of these videos I'm pretty proud of. It's like, hey, that's decent. And then some of these are definitely like, oh man, that was a bad video, but it's still a video. There was more I was gonna say. I was hoping to not edit this, but I think I will. So I was gonna talk about how life is inherently kind of messy and complicated and crazy, and so that's why it takes effort to organize it, to kind of wrangle it down into something we can understand, to tidy it up. Chaos is literally, in physics, the default state. And so, of course, in our minds, in our life in general, chaos is the default. Chaos is the norm. It takes effort to improve things, or at least to do what our brain perceives as improvement, to create order in life. And that's hard to do when you do not have the energy. And that's kind of what this channel is me documenting the process of trying to create order and to kind of create a map of life, so to speak. And I know that exact phrasing probably won't make sense to any of my viewers yet, because I just haven't gotten that far yet. I've got the concept in my mind, but it's taking a long time, and will continue to take a long time to build that out. But I'm doing it. That being said, I'm going to consider today to be a recommitment to this channel and this process and this new way of life. So I'm forgiving myself for having what I currently deem to be a mediocre video for today, and I shall rest and try this again tomorrow. And to help me convince myself that that is an okay thing to do by sharing it with you. But there's a lot to unpack there. In many times on this channel, I have already wandered into territory far beyond the scope of what I have mapped out so far. We'll get there someday. We're getting there. I'm in that process of getting there. So thank you to the 0 people that actually watch my videos on a daily basis. Thank you so much for being here. Yep. Alright. I was just trying to figure out what to name this video, and then I realized there actually is some insight that could be gained from this. Mostly just a recognition of how we value work that creates order. Specifically because of what I was just talking about, how to have what we deem a good life requires effort. Of course, we're going to value that and then feel bad if we don't have that. And so that learning self-forgiveness for a lack of perceived productivity is not a response or coping mechanism for the modern world, but rather a method of returning to our baseline simplicity from prior. Because my feeling bad about this is not objective. It's based on what I've learned throughout life. But I'm tired and I lost my thought process, and I think this will be good enough. This is a terrible video. I don't want to upload this. I don't know what this is. It annoys me how I have this incredibly powerful tool in my hand, and I just cannot, at the moment, seem to make anything good while using it. It annoys the hell out of me.